Alright, everybody. No, it's been quite a while, and I can really get into why it's been so long since I've actually made a video or really went online. There were a lot of things that happened in my life. I know a lot of people who were subscribed to my old channel, they were under the impression that I was just going to make a new account and redo my videos, etc., etc., but if you are subscribed to my current account and you actually know what my old account was, you'll see how frustrating it was that it was banned, because, wow, the amount of time I spent sourcing videos, editing videos, getting all the information correct. Like I said, sourcing all the information, citing everything, getting it down to a T, having multiple sources for what I said. And unfortunately, of course, I had to, try to bring some levity to my channel, I guess you could say, by posting some sort of satirical materials. And go figure, those are the ones that got me banned. I made a video where it was like almost like a amalgamation of different people making fun of, a certain historical event. I'm not going to name that historical event, especially because I'm probably, if I'm going to start making videos from now on and actually giving this my time of day and actually trying again, I'm going to try to take some shekels away from YouTube and monetize my videos. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. So I'm going to try to censor myself, but you guys will understand what I'm talking about, especially if you were involved in my old channel, or if you don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, feel free to comment on any of my videos and ask me any questions. But so yeah, I had a lot of things happen to me. I went from being just a normal full-time warehouse worker to being a supervisor, and then what happened was our location actually moved a good 20 miles, no, I think it was 25 miles away from the original location. So I literally had to go set up a whole new warehouse a good 30 minutes away from my old job location, which is a good 15 minutes away from where I am now. So the last couple of years, especially with the stupid whole COVID thing, it's just been wow, to say the least. And then go figure, so I've been working for the same company for 10 years, and then I get injured. Turns out it was multiple bulging discs. Only one of them is actually severe enough where they need to pay attention to it. The other ones are getting there, and that's just from general labor. I've been working in warehouses since I was 16, 17 years old. They don't really train you, especially when it comes to certain jobs, when it comes to lifting or when it comes to proper techniques, of course. But yeah, so if you guys just wanted a quick summation of what happened, why I didn't do this, I'd say a good 8 months, I was in so much pain, debilitated, because you guys probably know this if you've ever had health problems. They're not going to automatically get scans done right away. They're going to try doing the most cost-effective treatments. So they're just going to give you, NSAIDs. They're going to give you whatever. Try to hope that goes away. But it took that long. And then obviously they do physical therapy, But I'll say this. If you guys have bulging discs or anything with disc-related, I'm telling you, the epidural shots are amazing. They're very, very, very expensive, and they're going to cost you a lot of money, especially if you don't have insurance, but they're worth it. I mean, for some people it might last 3 months, some people it might last 2 years. So far, so good. It's only been a couple months since I've gotten my shots. I got the second one, and it's been good. It's not like it's totally gone away as far as the pain. But anyway, I just want to make a simple video because for some reason there's a lot of people that are throwing around the term misinformation, and I don't even think they understand what misinformation is. It's more complicated than you actually may think it is, because there's different terms involved in that. There's different sorts of misinformation, and what's amazing to me is that the mainstream media just throws around misinformation, right? Everybody, misinformation, anything to do when you question the COVID narrative, anything. Misinformation. Well, it turns out that if you intentionally want to deceive your audience, In other words, if you're not spreading fallacious information, stuff that you actually know might be false, or stuff that you know is actually false, there's a difference, because if you don't know that it's false, that's technically misinformation. But if you know that it's false and it's deliberate, that's disinformation. So isn't it funny that people are going around criticizing Joe Rogan, the total moron? I mean, I made fun of Joe Rogan when I started making YouTube videos in 2015, alright? I was around before most of these people, and I knew what Joe Rogan was. He just dances for shekels. That's it. He wants money. Nothing more, nothing less. And he'll do anything he can to keep that money. No fault to him. I mean, he's making a lot of money, right? I guess if you want to dance for shekels and, make sure that your family's secure for the rest of your lives, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you're selling out your morals, you're selling out everything that you supposedly stand for, right? But anyway, imagine saying that doctors like Peter McCullough, Robert Malone, who go on Joe's show, who know the medical information, right? They know the data. They study it every single day. To say that they're spreading misinformation is absolutely stupid. I mean, how dumb do you have to be? You really think that these guys don't know what they're talking about? What the mainstream media is saying is that they're spreading disinformation. That these guys know that what they're saying is false because, hello, it's part of their study. Unless they're that incompetent, are they gonna make hit pieces on these two that just say they're that incompetent? So what they're postulating is that they're spreading disinformation, not misinformation. Big difference. There really is a big difference, because you and I can spread a lot of misinformation and not even know that we're spreading it. I said fallacious data. I mean, that's why I really pounded in that you gotta ascertain the facts before you even go out and make videos or even make claims. Because even if you are right, say technically you are right on something, there can be a lot of people that make videos that totally discredit you just because there's something syntactically or semantically wrong with your argument, or you have fallacious information in your argument. That doesn't mean that your conclusion's wrong, doesn't mean that you're wrong whatsoever, but people can, play semantics and spin around words, and that's what the media does, the certain group of people. So this is just an educational video on what the difference is between disinfo and misinformation. And if you didn't know that there was a difference, then maybe you should be looking up this. I don't even know what is it, a psychological term? I mean, let me see. I have no idea, but I just know because this term's been thrown around so much recently, and I've known about this term for a while. I just don't really use it because I think it's stupid. But anyway, yes, please, guys, do some research into this, because somebody who's actually educated on the subject and they're spreading false information is a disinfo agent. And somebody who's spreading, albeit maybe what they believe is truth, but it's actually false, that's considered misinformation. There's a big difference. And you guys don't even, just do a simple Google search. It's really not that hard. But anyway, I just wanted to bring you guys up to date. I'm probably going to change the name of this channel. I'm going to try to, get some shekels out of YouTube for this. And I'm probably going to list it as something other than news, because maybe if I, make it quote-unquote satirical or something and throw a few satire videos in there, maybe I won't get suspended. I don't know. Maybe if I make shekels for YouTube, maybe they will keep me on. Because there's a lot of people out there who say, honestly, there are people out there right now who are monetized and said a lot worse things than I have when it comes to a certain group of people. And the fact of the matter is, whenever I would say something about that certain group of people, I would cite everything. I would even have certain people from that group saying what I'm saying. But it doesn't matter, because I'm not part of that group, so I can't even do it. So, but anyway, if you guys are wondering, yes, I do have a PC now, as you can see, and this is a screen recorder, so maybe eventually I don't know. I do have a webcam. I've just never plugged it in. But this PC, I put a good penny into upgrading it. I mean, I upgraded pretty much everything on it, so it should be able to handle this 60 frames a second. I don't know if it's 1080p. It might just be somewhere in between in 1080p because my resolution on this computer is a little wacky. It's that somewhere in between 1080p and 720p. So, but yeah, hopefully I will continue this and maybe even do some live streams. You know, I kind of want to do a video on Destiny. I don't know if you guys know who this clown is. I mean, he really is a clown. Let's be serious. I mean, I cannot stand this dude. I mean, talk about pseudo-intellectual. The guy has no experience whatsoever in anything besides video games, right? And I can guarantee you, I have more experience in him, or more experience in video games than he will ever have. Okay? Not only am I older, but I've been playing video games since I was 4 years old. Okay? Not only that, when I was 12 years old, I was invited to MLG tournaments for Halo 2. This Destiny guy is a moron. He's a pseudo-intellectual. He doesn't know anything about anything. At least when people listen to my videos, they can tell that I know about World War II, about general American 20th century history. They know that because the information just flows out of me. It's not like I actually have to study it beforehand like Destiny does or any of these other people and then publish a really good video where I edit everything together. But one thing that just really bothers me about this clown is that he'll make these weird, ridiculous faces whenever he's debating people. He'll like throw up his hands and go, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that." Are you really that immature, Destiny? This is the dude that says we should all get vaccinated. When there's so much information coming out now that shows that young people should stay away from the vaccine as much as they can, alright? As much as they can. Doesn't mean that older people or people with comorbidities or other conditions, heart conditions, shouldn't be getting. That's not what I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is that to say that young people should be getting the shot is absolutely ludicrous. And every day there's more information that's coming out to support that. But see, this is why I didn't really want to talk about this whole COVID narrative, because before the dust settled, I would have been labeled as a conspiracy theorist, a moron, a disinfo agent, or misinfo. They probably call me misinfo agent because they don't even know really what disinfo is. Even though when this whole thing was happening, I was one of the first people that pointed out, hey, N95 masks don't even filter out the virus particles for COVID-19. I literally looked up the size of the nanoparticles of the COVID virus and how much the N95 masks filter out, and they still go through the N95 masks. And I was pointing this out in late February, March of it was April of 2020, April of 2020, like right around when this thing started happening. I was pointing this out to everybody. But because, like I said before, I was in the middle of moving a whole warehouse, and I literally set up the whole warehouse, etc., etc. I had my injuries. It was really hard to get the time to do my work, especially when you're a supervisor. You go in early, sometimes you stay late, sometimes, it's anywhere from 10 hours on the minimum to a 12-hour day. But yeah, I will stop rambling, and I don't want to go off on a tangent here. So, thank you guys. Take it easy, and I should be releasing more videos, hopefully. So, and yes, I have a computer now. Wow, I'm not using my phone. So, alright.